a scarcity mindset. Hey guys, Pastor Ron here again. You know, something that we do as people, and there's a little bit of selfishness in this. When we're blessed with something, especially if we worked hard for it, you know, we put our hands and our sweat and you know, our lives into something and we receive that blessing, sometimes we just want to grab a hold of it and hang on to it. It's like, oh, it's the only blessing I'm ever going to get. It's kind of like a cake, right? You have that special cake. I have mine. It's my red velvet cake. Many of you know that. Well, man, when we put that red velvet cake out, you know, on my birthday, there's a part of me that's like, I don't want anybody else to have it. I mean, literally, you've cut that piece too big. This is all for me. It's something that I want. I desire this. It's just mine. There's a story in Luke chapter 12, and the story is of a rich farmer. And this farmer was very successful. We know that he worked hard. He used what God had blessed him with very well. And he had reaped this amazing harvest. And he got to this place to where he's like, what am I going to do with all that I have? And he's like, I know. I'll tear down all my old barns and I'll build some bigger ones to hold all of my stuff. And then I'll say, self, man, it is great. Just eat, drink, and be merry. But God said to him in a response, he said, you fool. He said, this very night, your life will be demanded of you. He said, you'll die. Then who will get what you prepared for yourself? Jesus follows up with, this is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves but is not rich towards God, or who doesn't desire that relationship with God. See, this rich farmer learned a very valuable lesson. We are called to pour out, not store up. And when we start to have this mindset of scarcity, and this is what this gentleman had, he was afraid he was going to lose everything that he'd worked so hard to gain. It was controlled by fear. That's what happens with us. We develop this scarcity. I'll give when I have more, or, you know, when I get just a little bit more time, or when I have this, or when when I'm able to earn this, then I'll give it. And that's just simply scarcity. We are afraid we're going to lose it all. But here's another challenge for you. And this is what I believe. When God blesses it and we give it, He will multiply it abundantly. See that abundancy mindset? Controlled by faith, trust in the God who honestly is the one that gives it to us in the first place. Fear, faith. Let's choose wisely. Choose the abundance. This has been a CPC Minute.